Thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I'm sure I'll see you at one of these events again
all
soon.
time, we got Mark with the Mindful Reality podcast, who I've been a guest on, and it was a blast.
Thank you for having me, honestly, and I cannot wait to do it again. We're going to do this again in the future. I just know it. I just know it.
What's up, everybody? Good evening. I'm sorry I am late. I'm becoming an old man because I had a plan to be on here at 5:45. At about 5:20, I was like, oh, let me take this quick nap. And then I looked at the clock at 7:15 when I opened my eyes again, and I was like, oh, shoot. There's no such thing as quick naps, but I have to say, I was tired, obviously, because I don't usually oversleep one of my scheduled lives. That is a rare occasion. But thanks for being here. Of course, a million things happened since the time I was supposed to be on here, but I will just do a quick summary of what I was going to say, what I last remember that I was going to say at 5:45. So, spoiler alert, which a lot of you probably have seen by now, is that Cam foiled the plans of Cirie's side by winning the power of veto. So Cam saved himself for the week. Hi, Nat. Hi, Rory. Hi, MC. I don't know if you're still here, Trisha or Lin, but if you are, hello. Hi, D. Cam foiled the plans of Jared and group by winning the power of veto. The nomination ceremony is Monday. Even though they're claiming that they're saying, oh, we want Asko to take himself down, to take Red down because it's Red's birthday coming up. I can't see Cam being dumb enough to not use it on himself, quite frankly. So that leaves us thinking about replacement noms. And it sounds like the person that Jared wants to put up as a replacement nom is America. Yes, I'm going to get to that. It sounds like the person that Jared wants to come off the block, the person that Jared wants to replace Cam with, assuming Cam takes himself down, is America. America right now is talking to Jared. She's been talking to him for a while. She recently just started crying. And people online are saying that America is being bullied. Y'all know I'm different. America, to me, unless there's something that I have deeply missed on the feeds, has not been bullied in any way, shape, or form. Have they been in a room talking about they can't trust America? Have they been saying we want to get America out? Yeah. But yesterday, or whatever day that was, 1 or 2 days ago, she was talking to Corey and telling Corey that she wants Cirie out, she wants Felicia out, she wants Izzy out, Jared, like, bullied. I don't understand. Make me understand this, because if you go back to last season when they were saying that Taylor was bullied, there was a couple of clear incidents where things that she said, she was literally lied on by Paloma. And then there was another thing which she said to Nicole, which was taken out of context. Daniel yelled at her for that thing that was taken out of context. America's playing the game, and people don't like how she's playing the game, and so they want to put her up. How is that bullying? If one of you feels like that's bullying, please give me an explanation that makes sense, because I literally just got tired of reading the Twitter things that are like Save America. Now, a separate subject, a completely separate subject from that in the game, was Jared using the R word on her. That's on my page. It's not right, and it shouldn't be used. For whatever reason, it's not actually in the footage, but there's footage of him saying I shouldn't have used the R word, and I am wrong for that. The thing with being on a public platform is there's things that you can't say. Obviously, you shouldn't say those things, period. But you definitely can't say them when you go on Big Brother. So, but my problem with that is that there's racial context. I mean, not racial context, but I feel that a lot of people are upset about Luke getting removed from the house. And then they were like, Kirsten needs to get removed from the house. Now Jared needs to get removed from the house. Any language that you shouldn't be using should get you removed from the house. But I'm like, I feel like they're more of an eye for an eye type of thing, more than it being I'm so offended by the word, then that's the reason why I want him out. I hope he puts her up. I do too. I'm trying to figure out where this bullying narrative comes from. Jack started to ask a lot of questions about the vote, so it looks like, oh, that's the other thing. Cirie was talking to Jared and telling him that she wants him to put Jag as the replacement nom. I don't understand that. Because as you guys know, I made this post in the morning today where Jag was talking to Matt and saying that he wants to form a team with Cirie in it. So I'm like, how do we get to the point of Cirie feeling like Jag needs to be the replacement nom? I'm sure that there's some things that I missed, so I don't know. In my world, I know of 2 R words because of the type of people I catch. I don't know. I just heard him say R. I don't think it's that one, Rory. I think he was talking about her mental capabilities. I completely agree. Cameron is disrespectful to America. But disrespect is not the same thing as bullying to me. That's my whole thing. Cameron's disrespectful to her. Jared has been disrespectful to her. Corey has been disrespectful to her, quite honestly, even though nobody wants to talk frankly and honestly about America's darling. And I don't mean America. I mean America as in the United States of America's darling, Corey. But being disrespectful is not the same thing as bullying. They want it to be an eye for an eye. Nobody really isn't offended by Jared's comment. Horny plus rejection equals rage. Yeah, now she's yelling at, well, not yelling, but she's getting really frustrated with Corey because she's asking Corey, like, why are you in these rooms with these ladies that are talking about putting me up as a replacement nom and you're not fighting for me like that? And he's like, America, I've literally just been going around and telling people that you suck and you're bad for my game, and I'm doing that for you. I'm calling you an idiot that can't do anything right for you. America was talking to, not America, Corey was trying to talk to Cirie and talk her down about America. The tactic he was trying to use to talk her down was to say that, oh, last week I was able to stop America from blowing up the game by going to tell Jag everything, which he actually didn't stop America from telling Jag everything, because America did tell Jag everything. But he's lying and saying that he got her to not say anything to Jag. And he's like, if she gets put up on the block, y'all know that she's kind of a loose cannon and emotional. So you put her on there again, she's going to definitely tell everything about everyone and spaz out. But honestly, that is probably more of a reason to put her on the block, because her spazzing out and telling everybody everything in this house is not a big a deal as it would be in another house. If we're talking about a cookout situation where they're like, oh, if we put Claire on the block, Claire is gonna spaz out and tell Alyssa, and tell everybody. Well, I guess it was just the two of them remaining in the house at that point. She's gonna tell Alyssa about the whole cookout and then whatever. But in this case, they'll just look at her like, it's a good thing we put her there. You're literally the only person I respect when it comes to BB spoilers. TV Tom Talk was. I actually watched his thing earlier, as a matter of fact. That's why I asked you, Mark. I trust you. Just want to make sure. I don't know 100%. I'm not gonna, because they didn't show which R word. They just showed him telling Corey, I should not have used the R word. But just based on the conversation that they had, it seemed like that was the R word that we're talking about. Did I miss who won the veto? Cameron won the veto. Veto winner has been revealed. We just don't have the ceremony. Cameron is the winner of the veto, but and I heard that the competition was one of those like tiny stacking competitions. So luck. Cameron probably won't say it's luck, but if it is indeed one of those stack that things on top of each other and make them not fall, the tiny things, I consider those luck. Like, what kind of practice do you do at home? You get some tweezers and like you purchase some little fake bottle things, and then you stand in a you stack them on top of each other in a triangular thing to make sure that you win Big Brother. I mean, maybe somebody would do that, but that's luck based to me. I'll be honest. I don't think that Jared should be removed from the game for that. Should he have to apologize? Yes. Should he get a warning that if he says that again, he will be removed? Absolutely. But I don't think that every single word holds the exact same weight. I don't. And let me tell you something. This might not be a popular thing to say, right? But when I was growing up, I mean, Jared is much younger than me. Jared, I have 10 to 11 years on Jared. So I guess Jared is in the Gen Z group. But even he experienced this. When I was in high school and when I was in elementary school, actually, people called me that word before. It was a regular part of vocabulary for people to say that. It actually was. Was it right for people to say that? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, they don't even use, like, that word is just socially unacceptable anymore. They actually used to use that as the way to describe somebody who is mentally challenged. That was like the common word that people used. But people use that as an insult on the playground all the time when I was growing up. Now we are starting to realize the impact of words and what we have on people and what those words have on people, right? But I say all that to say the N-word was never acceptable for, somebody from another race to say to a black person. And I've seen all these debates. Oh, you guys are soft because it was not a hard ER and it was an A. And I'm like, I'm glad that I didn't grow up in that type of place where that type of thing was the debate. No, he wouldn't have said, I don't know if you're joking, but he wouldn't have said that if that he would have repeated it if that's what he said. There's a group of there's a group of teenagers right now, and it looks like they need some help on debating. Oh, really? Yeah, so I don't think that each word that you use is equal like that. I really don't. I really don't think that each word that you use like that is equal. And imagine we started in a show like Big Brother just removing everyone who used words that weren't socially acceptable. Like, what happens if we started removing the people that were saying the B word? Okay, so we get rid of Blue, we get rid of Matt, and then it's like, okay, part of the survival of the game is being socially acceptable in addition to playing the game well, right? Luke's situation was unprecedented and unique because it has never happened on the show before, and it was extreme. So it wasn't even something where there was some kind of gray area. He said on his Instagram, this is slap on the wrist. He wished that he received a slap on the wrist. It wasn't a slap on the wrist type of situation. Oh, give me a second, y'all. I wanted to throw on my camera, but I was like dazed and confused and half asleep, so I didn't throw on my camera. But now I'm throwing my camera on. If that's what he said, if that's the case, he said an offensive word, then that's what I'm trying to say. When Mama Fee said, you know what, about Blue. Yes, Cameron won, which foils their plans because that was their main target, was Cameron. They were like, we want to get Cameron out of here. And then Cameron wins the HOH. So now they're thinking of the backup plan, and the backup plan that Jared wants to go for is America. Okay, so right now Red is in the HOH room talking to Jared. America had just talked to Jared. Yep, plans are foiled for the week. Plans are foiled. I'm a camera person as well. The plans have been foiled for the week. D's comment is flagged for using the R word. Oh, is that on my list of banned words? Honestly, if a comment is automatically flagged, if it's automatically flagged, that's because of me. Because on YouTube, they allow you to put in words. On YouTube, they allow you to put in a list of banned keywords. So you type those words in, and then if anyone types them, they just don't show up. So if that's flagged, I must have put that in there. I don't remember what words I put in there. Take your time, Mark. I know how you feel. Love your feedback. They should have known Cameron would have won, and they should have backdoored him. Yeah, I kind of agree. The problem is he tried to make the safe choice by putting Cam and Red up there and hoping that somebody would beat Cam. That's the whole problem. So they should have put Red I felt like he should have put Red and like America up there next to each other. Then if somebody wins and takes America off the block or takes Red off the block, either one, you put Cam up there instead. It's okay. I don't even know what curse word you said, actually, Edward. I have no idea. When I'm on here on StreamYard, it doesn't even show me when you guys get blocked or whatever, or when a word gets blocked. It doesn't show me that stuff. It shows me when I'm on YouTube. It doesn't show me on StreamYard. Still learning. I have a list of banned words as well, quite a lot. Yeah, my reason for doing that, I mean, there's some no words that are just no. I don't want anyone saying them on my channel. But some of the words that I put on there are just because YouTube is so strict. So I'm like, I'm not putting my YouTube channel at risk to have an unfiltered conversation. Oh, I didn't even read this. They're starting to play sloppy and it's going to bite them in the butt. Who's starting to play sloppy? If Jared backdoored Izzy, would that be considered a good move? If it was on his HOH, his butt is grass. If he tried to do that on his HOH and put Izzy up there, she's telling everything. For the sake of his game and for Cirie's game, he could never do that. For sure, for sure. Oh, and I wanted to make my new Mimi faces also. Because right now, this is what everybody is on. Everybody is on suspicious Mimi on the Mimi scale. Except for America. America is annoyed Mimi. I can't even post any future catches on YouTube because of their terms of service. That's why I have Rumble, because it's a free speech platform. Cirie by not backdooring Cam. This is the thing about Cirie. I keep saying this every day. Cirie has the ultimate social game. She is so good at making people feel comfortable with her, at being in a room and making a suggestion, but not making it feel like she's dictating. She's good at talking people off a ledge when they get emotional and just giving them an overall level of trust. She's good at getting herself out of a jam when somebody starts questioning her. Like the suggestion with Jag. The suggestion with Jag, when Jag was questioning her, when she was like, well, let's bring everybody into the room. And you can ask those questions to everybody in the room. It's because she knows, despite America talking so big and bad behind her back, that she would feel confident if they were all in the same room together, that she could explain her way out of the situation. Did that conversation ever happen? No. But her saying, I'm willing to have that conversation, gave her trust with Jag. I say all that to say, her Big Brother game is not great. If you put her in a game and you were just like, play Big Brother, she'd be bad at it. And if you put her in there with people who weren't recruits, she'd be out of there already. But she knows who's in there. She knows she can manipulate the people who's in there. And she's excellent at that. So she's made many mistakes so far, and she's getting away with all of them. Her expressions are the best. I actually had more that I just, if I hadn't fallen asleep, I would have actually put those together. I had more Mimi facial expressions. This is gonna be my irritated Mimi. I think I had another one. I think I had another couple of them. I'll find it later. Oh, here's another one. Yo, her husband must be getting looks when he's at home with her. This is the you didn't do the dishes look or something. I love watching her facial expressions when people are in the room with her having conversations. They're hilarious. I think Jag might go up. Cirie and Mimi and Izzy are planning. Feeling Jared. They tried. He still seems set on America. And right now, Jared is talking to Blue. Okay. Where are we at? Where are we at? I feel like I don't see a lot of her, but I haven't really been watching the feeds. Did any of y'all, nobody answered my question yet. Does anyone on my chat right now think that America is being bullied? Because that's the narrative going around right now. I don't believe she's being bullied, but what do you guys think? I haven't really been watching the feed as much as I was watching them last week because I switched rooms in my house, so there's no PC in there. Awesome, Mark, keep doing it. Okay, because I'm not with that. I'm not on the America is being bullied train. And if anyone thinks she is, I would like to see somebody present an argument as to why. People are allowed to talk about her. People are allowed to say that they think that she's being shady in the game. People are allowed to say they think she's a floater. People are allowed to say they think she's dangerous. They're not making things up. They're not saying, "Oh, she's a pageant queen, so we hate her." Pageant queens are arrogant and stick their nose in the air. They're not making up stories about when she tried to comfort somebody and then they're like, she just said that I should quit. You know, like, yes, I'm comparing her to the last bullying thing I can think of, and not all bullying situations are the same, but I know what bullying looks like. I experienced bullying when I was in school, and I've watched it on TV for many years on these shows. I'm not seeing that here. Later tonight, they're going to tell him, and Jared was heavily considering it. I haven't watched the feed since Jared HOH. I have been watching the feeds. That's the thing. I have been watching the feeds, and I have not seen it. They said she's the most bullied in the house, and I'm like, I didn't miss that much. It's only America fans crying because she might be the backdoor. She had a chance to win and didn't get the veto. America is not even a bully. She's just not. No, they were saying that she is getting bullied. That's what they were saying. That she is getting bullied by the rest of the house. I feel like she finally got caught going behind people's backs and now acts like everyone is after her. Well, it is because she talks too much and she is feeling the backlash of that. And the group that she is saying she's upset. So she said she was upset because she walked into a room where I think she said Felicia and Izzy and maybe Cirie were talking about her being the backdoor option. And I'm like, why are you upset when you just told Corey like last night that you want to target them? Like if you get HOH, you said you're going to put Izzy and Cirie on the block. So why wouldn't you expect that group to be targeting you? Make it make sense to me. Please make it make sense. Listen, America, as in us. I know not everyone is from America, but America as in the fans. I don't just buy the narratives that everybody does. I don't care what everybody is saying. I care about what my two eyes visually see on those feeds. And when I see things that a lot of people are saying and don't make sense, I'm not going to report that. I'm going to report what I think based on what I'm seeing. And I watch all the other bloggers jump on these stories. And if this is the narrative going on with the fans, it's like the best way to pick up gas for my channel is to follow the patterns of that narrative. I don't care. I don't do that. I don't believe she's being bullied. She's playing the game like that. That's what I think. Everybody has their day. She's made some mistakes in the last couple of days that are catching up to her. I'm going to throw up the feeds now. I just got back home from my nightly bike ride. I might head for a run later. I was supposed to do it earlier, considering skipping it, but who would you rather go home this week, Red, Jag, or America? I would say America. It's like what my mom tells me in life. I will always find out what you're doing. Shout out to these numbers, by the way. They've been going up, if y'all haven't noticed. My video this morning, I think, has 230 views. I changed the thumbnail. I changed my intro. I changed the hashtags. Working on that stuff and seeing if that assists me. If she was America's favorite, she would have been chosen to play in the Invincibility Challenge. Exactly. America was literally mad that Cirie was so protected by a lot of players. She wanted to target Cirie and Izzy. Now she's crying on the feeds. I saw that. Kirk, I don't recognize your name. What's up? You can scroll up earlier. Of course, a BRB screen. You want Red to go? I thought that I would for sure want Red to go, but I'm okay with Red for some reason right now. Not that I want Red to stay that much longer, but I'm okay with Red being there right now. He's not my primary target. Yeah, CBS can't like just remove everybody for everything. Imagine that. Imagine CBS was just removing everybody for everything. All right, Felicia, please come to the diary room downstairs. Okay, Blue, please come to the diary room downstairs. All right, guys, we're not going to have a 100-day game. We're going to have a 75-day game. So, for those who just jumped on, the veto winner is Cameron. The veto ceremony happens on Monday, so we're not going to know. So right now, they have been heavily campaigning. America is Jared's top choice that he wants to do, but he has 2 days to decide. So a lot of conversations are going to be had the rest of tonight, tomorrow, probably a little bit Monday. They'll probably decide by tomorrow night, essentially. Certain classes protected. Hold on a minute. People of color protected, and that's a problem for you. Now, I don't even know if I want to answer this, to be honest with you. I'll just say as an answer, have you watched Big Brother season 1 through season 20? When was the diversity rule made? 20 before 23, after 23. The diversity rule was made after season 23. What were your thoughts on the Big Brother protections allegedly for people of color from seasons 1 through 22? How many people of color were protected during that time period? Let me know. Let me know. I want to know the answer to that question. Give me some examples, please. Cam wants to win, and Cam's willing to do what he needs to do to win. I have to respect it. Am I cheering for him? No. But do I respect it? Yes. I don't know if she said that, but I do remember her calling Blue a you know what. Yes, it was like last week, but nobody cared. And people were also saying, oh, they wanted Matt to be canceled for saying America is the B word. That too. The LGBT community and people of color were not protected. So I don't really know what this comment is coming from or getting at. I remember all the things that house guests used to be able to say to them. What do you guys think about Felicia thinking Cam will use the veto on him? On who, Red? I don't think so. I don't think that somebody would do that, knowing that even if he really believes that he's not the one going home, why would he use it on Red instead of himself? Oh, I already read that one. All I remember and watched is all the right. And people who have a problem with that, y'all, I'm not the channel for you. And anyone who follows me often knows that I don't say that often, but I am the wrong channel for you if that's what you support. I don't support that. You can find other channels. I recently started watching the older seasons, and my jaw has been dropping from the amount of disrespect and the fact that players were kicked out. The blonde chick, she should have been kicked out. Is Bowie still cruising under the radar? I mean, I don't know if I can consider her under the radar just because they talk about her so much, but maybe in terms of the fact they don't consider her a big threat. But I've heard a lot of people say, once we get rid of this one and this one, Bowie's next. But I mean, she's done well to not be one of the targets in the first 4 eliminations. They literally want everybody to be removed. Yeah, they do. Like, they're all grown people and they didn't remove anyone. They did not. They sure did not. You said you're trying to backtrack and clean up what you said earlier, because this is not what you said earlier. You weren't like, oh, no use of N-word or R-word. You said the people of colors and the gay community, the LGBTQ community was protected. That's what you said. That's totally different than saying I just have standards of what shouldn't be said. You said something wrong like 2 minutes ago, and now you're trying to give a different version of it And we don't rock with that. You know, other channels would have already ended this conversation. I'm just letting you know that's not what I support. You've made your point, and let's move on. Hopefully we can move on. You think what you think, and I'm not indulging in this conversation any further. I like this season a bit, but they need to speed it up. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we got a 100-day season on our hands, and we still have 70 days left. This season is a season of a lot of talk and a little bit of action. Bowie's not a threat. I wouldn't even target her until Red, Cameron, Jag, and America are gone. The problem with keeping somebody like Bowie is that Bowie's listening to every conversation, and she's not loyal to any side. So therefore, anything you say around her, she might give up a valuable piece of information. When I get in, if I was in a Big Brother house, for me, I respect everybody as a threat. Now, there's varying threat levels, obviously. There's like a high level threat, like a Hisam or a Cirie, obviously, because of her social game. I even think Cameron's a pretty big threat. He's a solid threat. Red is a threat. There's certain people that are threats in the game. America, even, right? Your biggest mistake could be thinking somebody's not a threat. Look what happened to your boy Monty last year. Monty thought that Taylor was no threat, and she convinced him. If he had taken Turner to the final two, he would have been $750,000 richer. Everybody's a threat. By the way, anybody here who has a wrench, I'm not saying that the wrench has to be used. I'm not saying that the wrench has to be used. I haven't had a reason to use it tonight just yet, but don't be afraid to use it if you see things take a turn to another direction. It doesn't have to be curse words or saying something disrespectful to me specifically that gets that wrench used. I'm just saying. MC while I'm cooking, hold it down for Mark. If it hasn't been used already, because I wouldn't know. It doesn't show me. Oh, you used it already. Yeah, it doesn't show me, so. So far, the comments I've seen have been pretty nice. The mods have a pretty easy job tonight. Hopefully your channel stays troll free. Yeah, generally the wrench doesn't have to be used a lot. It has to be used on occasion, but most of the people that come on my channel are not like disrespectful or out of pocket or anything like that. We can have healthy, respectful debates. But when somebody tries to overtake the channel with one of those opinions, yeah. Cirie and Jared are having a chat right now in the HOH room. Well. What I'm seeing right now is I'm behind on this because it's showing me Corey and America cuddling in the bed. Well, Nat, a lot of these people were on my other channel, but I have another channel called Music and Mental Health. It has 2,000 subscribers on there. And when I was in the heart of the Big Brother season, the mods had to use the wrenches a lot. And I said this before, early, when I first started this page. I was like, last year, I got very caught up because I would start recapping what's happening on the show. And then I would see the troll comments and I was reading and responding to everything. And it would get me so far off track that it would have an impact on my followers that are following me for my breakdowns and recaps of the show. And they were telling me, don't respond to them. Just allow your mods to take care of those people and don't give them the energy and the time. So I'm taking that advice this year to where I will tell you once or twice, we're not having this discussion, and then let my mods handle it. That's what they're here for. Thank you to my mods. What's happening in that conversation? Jag or Bowie? With who being the target? Who would be the target in that case? Because if you put Jag back up, Jag's your enemy now for sure. They keep cutting to America and Corey during the conversation. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't know if I'm like way behind you or something, but let me show you. See, this is what it is showing for me. I kind of respect America wanting to get rid of Cirie trio, but in my opinion, on the high sum situation, yeah, that was not a good choice, I don't think, on their part. Let him knock out a bunch of people. Does anyone... Rory, are you asking for my... I know why you're asking that, Rory, but yeah, does anyone live in the tri-state area close to New York? If Bowie goes up, I think Red's going home. I don't understand that because Red really likes Cirie, and Cirie gained the trust of Red. So I'm sitting here like, would it be beneficial for you to get Red gone? I guess maybe in the sense of the Red Cam alliance, I guess, but man, the best thing to do is ignore them. It bothers them so much or laugh at them. I have a way of getting rid of trolls that they leave me alone. I love it. I don't know if nah means, if nah goes up, what does that mean? I think he goes home is because Izzy, Mimi, Corey, Cirie want Jag gone. Izzy, Mimi, Corey, and Cirie. Why? I thought they wanted them to stay. Things change every 10 seconds in this house. Yeah, I'm still on Corey, and am I on live? Yeah, I'm still on them cuddling. I live in South Jersey. Would anybody who lives in this area have any interest in attending a Big Brother watch party? Because I'm considering throwing one together at some point. At some point soon, hopefully. I don't know why, to be honest. I think it's Jag. I think it's because Jag keeps talking about the votes and what happened. Who are the moms? Who are the moms? Is that what you meant to ask? Because if that's what you meant to ask, that's a simple answer. Cirie and Felicia. Oh, you probably meant to say who are the noms. And if you meant to say who are the noms, the answer to that is Cameron and Red. Yeah, I thought so. I'd be down. That's what's up. Jack should have just laid low after being saved by Matt. Yeah, he was doing too much. Hi, Sarah. I haven't seen you on here in a while, I don't think, right? All right, guys. I'm gonna hop off for now. I don't know where Retro's at actually. Maybe she's probably working. I think she's probably working because I have not seen her post in the group in a while. Yeah, I understand that. Speaking of which, Sarah, and speaking of which, just I mean, I not everyone is going to be interested in this, but two things that I got from yesterday's conversation. Number one, as you can see, look what I did with the thumbnail. It seems to be helping a little bit. I'll have to see how the numbers on this video do, but because of y'all's suggestion for that, my numbers increased on my morning video. I'm trying to figure out what Sapphire told me yesterday when she said funneling my content onto all the different platforms, where I have this long form content on YouTube where I'll have like an hour, 2 hour video, and then I'll have like 1 to 2 minute snippets for Instagram Reels, TikTok, Discord, what's the other one? Twitch, that type of thing. But secondly, I have another page. Well, this is not about the page. I have another passion that is my main passion, which is mental health, helping people get from point A to point B, helping people get through various struggles that they have going on in their life, whether individually or through group. I've been offering that on my other page as individual coaching, but I just want to get the ball rolling with this. So I am willing to offer to do a support group that I want to do either once a week or maybe bi-weekly via Zoom. So please, if anyone is interested in that, I am going to put my email address in the chat. Send me an email and tell me if you would be interested in that. You don't have to get on camera if you don't want to or anything. You don't have to speak if you don't want to or anything like that. It would just be a group where I bring in topics. People have the option to share different things of what's going on with your life. The purpose of that would be to receive assistance from me and the rest of the people in the group, because I actually attended like group therapy. Not that this is going to be therapy. This is just group support. But I attended like group therapy for at least a couple of years of my life, and it was one of the best things that I ever did, because it's not just about Big Brother. Let me put this in here before I even get on my soapbox, I guess you could say. If you could pin that for me, please, MC, if you're still here. Let me read these comments really quick, and then I'm gonna finish what I was saying. She proposed Bowie Jane, which is stupid. Let America go up. Agreed. Have a wonderful weekend. Jag got caught lying to Blue earlier today, so she's not that upset if Jag goes up. Really? See you tomorrow. Searching YouTube for your channel. Mindful Reality. It's easier to find than Music and Mental Health Big Brother, like everyone was doing last year. All right. So, anyways, I'm seeking, I think a good number of people for now might be about 5 to 10 who are willing to be involved in a free support group that I would do on Zoom. And if anyone wants to know like my credentials, I'm a peer counselor, certified by the state of New York for counseling. That is not the same thing as psychiatry or psychology. Psychology requires you to have like a to be like a licensed clinical social worker or LMSW, to have your master's degree for that. Oh, you can't pin it? Okay, so let me see if I can pin it. That requires you to have a master's degree for that. Okay, I think I did it. And psychiatry is the doctor who sometimes gives counseling, but they administer medication. So I'm nothing with that. I'm just somebody who has been through my own mental health struggles. I have my own diagnosis, and I took training to be able to assist other people with mental health struggles, depression, anxiety, PTSD, like a number of things. And the thing that I personally specialize in is helping people with motivation, because I did also recently, I think last year, I went through a series of life coaching certifications. Yeah, that's my email in the banner. I went through a series of, oh, it's not in the banner. What am I talking about? You know what? That's what you're here for, because I completely didn't even think about that. Give me 1 second. Not that it matters much now, because I'm about to hop off, but I'm just making my last part of this just about this only. I took 3 life coaching certifications last year. I got certificates for those. I have a peer counseling certification. I've been working in the field of mental health as a counselor for 9 years now. So I'm very good at that. I'm very good at listening to the different issues that people have going on, providing empathy and providing practical solutions, and being a source of motivation and hope for people who feel hopeless. So if that's something that interests you, I am offering to do this for free on Zoom via group setting. And if you enjoy what you experience in the group setting, we can work on some things individually. But that's all up to you. You could stay in the group for free. It's something that I'm willing to commit my time to doing for free. You don't have to pay anything for it. So if you're interested, hit up the email that you see scrolling on the bottom of my banner. And also I pinned it, so you can definitely see it. And yeah, that's all I have for now. And thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. I care when I see people here and when I see people not here. You know, like that's why I saw Sarah's name pop up here. I hadn't seen it in a while. When Dee found this channel, I was like, I'm glad Dee is here. When Linlin found my channel over here, I hadn't seen Linlin in a while. I remember all the names, especially the ones that are here on a consistent basis. I don't forget. Even the ones that were on my other page consistently that aren't here now, I hope they're doing well, because it's not just about money for me. It's not just about views. I heard somebody say one time, I heard a blogger say, all my relationships on YouTube are transactional. And the way that they meant it was just in a sense of, I gained something from you, or maybe you gained something from me. But I felt like it was said in more of like I didn't think transactional was meant in a good way, is what I'm trying to say. I don't consider this transactional in that sense. I feel like you guys gain something from coming here to watch my channel, and I gain something from your commentary, from your input, and from your different perspectives, sometimes from your support and love. And we gain something from each other. MC, I'll talk more about that later. Maybe I will make a video specifically just for that. I think that would be the best idea for that. And I will talk to all of you soon. I hope you have a great evening. Who knows? I could be back tonight. I might not be back tonight. I'll definitely be back tomorrow after the episode. You can count on that. 30 days of Big Brother so far, and I've been on here for all of them. And that will continue to be the case as long as it can be, barring an emergency. Matter of fact, I had an emergency this week that was major, and I came on here the same day, and I didn't tell nobody about it. Well, I didn't tell anyone on here about it. I just kind of went through it. And talk to y'all later.
So you literally were one of my very first followers. And then when you followed me and I, followed back, I was like, this dude is cool. Like,
if they say talk to your manager, you just say, you know what, talk to the hand. You don't need to be on my podcast. But yeah, dude. Yeah, you do a great job.
Thank you. I always get a kick out of talking with you on Patreon. You have a really good, view on it.
That wasn't planned.
You know what? But I like this Canadian.
Well,
I like this one.